Do you find it difficult to produce in bulk? For example, you want to make a product in a large batch size, but you don't know how to convert it from percentage to grams. In this video, I'll be showing you how you can calculate batch sizes in a very simple way. In fact, I'll be showing you 2 ways. So if you want to learn how to convert your formula from percentage to grams or to liters or to oz, then you should watch this video to the end. Firstly, a formula should always be in percentages and it should total 100%. When your formula is in percentages, it helps to ensure consistency when making your product. You can always replicate the exact same formula or exact same product and consistency, and also you can easily know where you went wrong if there's anything that ends up going wrong with your formulation. So how do you convert a formula of 100%, for example, to 500 gram batch size? So you want to make a product of 500 grams and you want to weigh it. How do you weigh it? Of course, you're not going to weigh it in percentages. So let's get right into it. I'll be using this mist formula. So in this mist formula, we can see that rose water is 38%, rosemary tea is 51.5%, glycerin 8%, polysorbate 20, and so on. You can see the percentages there. And in case you don't know how to formulate a mist, then you should check my previous video on how I did that. Let's convert this formula to a batch size of 500 gram. How do you do this if you want to make 500 gram of this mist? I'll be sharing with you 2 methods. Now, the first method I'll be sharing with you is something that we all learned in school when we were learning how to calculate simple interest. So, how do you calculate it? You know that your rose water is 38%, right? So you say 38 over 100 times 500. 500 is your total batch size. 38% is the percentage of rose water that you want to use in your formulation. And 100, of course, our formulation is 100%. It's always 100%. So that's how you do it. Now, when you do 38 over 100 times 500, that will give you 190 gram. So that means you will use 190 gram of rose water when you want to formulate your product. Let's use rosemary tea as another example. When you want to calculate for rosemary tea, you repeat the same thing. You say 51.5 over 100 times 500. And what do you get? That's 257.5 gram of rosemary tea. So this method is actually simple. Or just like converting the percentage to gram. So, example, if you're going to be using 1% of a particular let's say 1% of fragrance oil in this formulation, what are you going to do? That'll be 1 over 100 times 500 gram. Very, very simple. So after doing this, you would see that rose water in percentage now has been converted to grams. You can see that rose water 38% has been converted to 190 gram. Rosemary tea 51.5%, that's to 57.5 grams, and so on. So when you want to formulate your product, you're not going to be using 38, like you won't be measuring 38% definitely, or you won't be measuring 51.5%. That's not how you're going to measure it. You need to convert it to grams first before you can measure it. So let me share another method with you. By the way, you can also use the same method for liters or whatever conversion rate, like whatever way you want to measure it in. Just follow the same method, but you just change it from grams to liters. That's all. So I'll be sharing another method with you, but please take a second to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on other informative videos like this. I share about formulation, like anything formulation tips, formulation videos, anything about formulation. So please just subscribe to my channel, and like this video. Thank you. So the next method we're going to be talking about is a very, very simple one, and I use this one personally because it is not stressful at all. I prefer to use this one. So now we know. Firstly, don't think it is not hard. It is not hard. Just patient. So we know that the total of the formula is 100%. Do you understand? So it's just like when we were in school then, and they wanted us to divide something, and they would say, how many of this thing can you find in this particular thing? And let me use an example of this now. From a total formula is 100%. So how many 100? I don't know if that English is correct. Can you find in 500, right? How many 100 can you find in 500? Definitely you will see 5 or 100 in 500. Do you understand? Or just say 500 divided by 100. If I say, okay, how many 100 can you find in 200? You will see 2 of 100 in 200? That is 100 in 2 places. How many of 100 can you find in 500? That is 100 in 5 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100 will make 500. Do you understand? So automatically, what does this mean? This means that you multiply each ingredient by 5. Let me recap. The total of the formula is 100%. You want to make a batch size of 500 grams. How many of 100? That is the total of the product. How many of 100 will you find in that 500 grams? So for example, if there's a product of 100 ml and then there's a bigger product of 500 ml, and they say how many of these bottles will fill this 500 ml? Do you understand? So you will say 5, because 5 of those bottles will fill that 500 ml. And then if you want to replicate that same product, let's say it's a Coca-Cola product, and you want to replicate that same product, and maybe they use sugar. They used 10 teaspoons of sugar in that 100 ml bottle, and then you want to replicate it, like you want to make it in a bigger size. What will you do? You will say the 10 spoons of sugar times 5. Do you understand? So now, since we've already said 500 divided by 100 is 5, so that means you will see 5 of 100% in 500 grams. Do you get it? So what you are going to do now is you are going to be multiplying each of your ingredients by 5. Now let's apply what we've been saying in this formula. So we can see our MS formula here, and as I said, how many of 100 do you say in 500? That is 5. So it means you are going to multiply each of your ingredients by 5. So I'll say rose water 38% times 5 is 190. Rosemary tea 51.5 times 5 57.5, and so on. So that's how I'm going to do it. Let me give you another example. Okay, let us convert this now. This MS formula to 10,000 liters of mist. We just did grams, finish. Now, once 10,000 liters, it is the same thing. How many 100 can you be found in 10,000? So you just say 10,000 divided by 100. Or if someone gives you 100 naira and they said, okay, how many 100 naira will make 10,000 naira? What will you do? You do 10,000 naira divided by 100. That is what you are going to do. So 10,000 divided by 100, it means 100 of 100. 100 of 100 would make 10,000. Do you get it? So that means you should multiply each ingredient by 100. And so you say your rose water 38 times 100, 38. Your rosemary tea 51.5 times 100, so on and so forth. So this means that when you want to measure, like when you want to formulate your product, you'll be using 3,800 liters to, there's something I want to say though. When you want to formulate your product, you should use grams. Do you understand? So this one is just I'm just using this to explain. So if you wanted to formulate your product using liters now, you would say you are going to use 3,800 liters of rose water. You're using 800 liters of glycerin, so on and so forth. Do you understand? So now please do this classwork so that I know that if you watched this video to this point, then you understand what I'm saying. So convert this formula into a batch size of 6 kg. This basic black soap shampoo formula, if you don't know how to formulate the product and all, you can check my video on my YouTube channel. I shared how to formulate a basic black soap shampoo. So now using this formula, convert this to a batch size of 6 kg. If I say, if I come to meet you, I want to make a black soap shampoo of like 6 kg batch size, so convert it for me. And okay, let me give you a cheat code. 1,000 grams is equal to 1 kg. So definitely 6 kg is equal to 6,000 grams. We're going to be measuring in grams. So that's how you do it. I think you should get a pointer like that. So please drop your answers in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this and you learned from this video, do subscribe to my YouTube channel and share my YouTube channel with your friends and other formulators also. If you also want to learn how to formulate like a pro, you want to learn professional formulation, then my professional course is for you. You should send me a DM on Instagram at midex_formulation school. See you in my next video. Bye.